Listen, the biggest savior for men just trying to hard charge and be in charge of their lives, to make good money, like to have fucking freedom, but to do great things, is to recognize no one's coming to help you. Yeah. My phrase is the fucking cavalry isn't coming. You know, I'm a Cav Scout. I was a Cav Scout in the Army, went to Iraq. Always will be a fucking Cav Scout. The cavalry is not coming to help you, right? The tooth fairy does not exist. Everything you want to build in this life moving forward, especially regarding your money and your future, is up to you. And here's why. Nobody gives a shit about it. If you fucking succeed, or if you end up dead in a ditch or broke somewhere, unable to pay your bills, your car breaks down, you can't fix it, some emergency happens, you don't have the money. Nobody gives a fuck about that. You think there are people out there that like think, hey, you know, fucking Joey, let me think, how do I figure out a way to get Joey an extra 50 or 100,000 bucks that he could just put in his bank account? Everybody's worried about themselves. Everybody is concerned about themselves. They don't give a shit about you. And that's the unfortunate truth. Maybe you have some family members, maybe you have some people otherwise that are close to you that'll help you out in some cases when you're in need, but largely nobody gives a shit about if you fuck off and your life is fucked forever, or if you succeed. Frankly, people don't want you to succeed. Because if you do, it reminds them of what they can do, right? And people want to offload their psychological limitations on you by telling you, you know, how unrealistic your fucking goals are. And they want to keep you in the little prison that they live in of not being able to do shit. I think it's a good exercise for all men to put themselves in some situation where you've got to fucking fight your way out of it, and no one's going to help you. It's somewhat akin to jumping off a building. This is what we do and what you've got to get fucking good at. And building a parachute on the way down, right? Jumping into a fire and creating a flame retardant suit in the middle of it or on the way as you're launching into the fucking fire, dude. People have misconceptions about successful people. I've heard inheritance. Like for me, people like thought I left the army with a lot of money because like I went to Iraq and got combat pay. Dude, I left the military with 25 grand, and that was gone in 2 fucking years as I tried to start companies and failed. I was broke. From the absolute ground up, dude. Phoenix rising from the ashes. From my bootstraps. I didn't take any institutional funding, a very little bit of working capital. I'm talking about 5 to 10K in the beginning. When I was struggling, I built everything from fucking nothing. Because I knew no one was coming to help me. The cavalry was not coming. Who would? Who's sitting around thinking about, hey, let me get Ryan an extra 50K so he can market further and work on his goals? That's not up to them, dude. That's up to me. Once you realize this daunting reality that you are alone in this world, it's actually your greatest savior. It is the biggest savior. Because then there is no other option. There's no option of other people helping you. You start jettisoning these wacky ideas that because you're a good person, like God or whatever deity you believe in, or the fucking aliens are going to like give you some grace. You know, people praying to win the lottery and this sort of shit. It doesn't fucking work that way. The greatest gift you can give yourself is recognizing all of it's up to you. It's 100% up to you, which means the thing that I think a lot of people are trying to avoid. You have to get better. You've got to get smarter. You've got to get faster. Your fucking skill set has to increase. The market, the world, capitalism is not going to pay you money, and the world will not make you successful and grant you freedom if you are not skilled. That's believing in fucking Santa Claus. As an entrepreneur in my day, every single dollar that was to be generated that I used to build my companies, that I used for my previous company to buy the first set of inventory for a supplement company that I started in 2016, it came from me. Everything I did subsequently thereafter, you know, without taking institutional funding or otherwise funding, I had to have a lot of ingenuity. But creating that ingenuity and building fucking flame retardant suits, jumping into a fire, building a raft, jumping into a big river, a big man-made river with inlets that flow in and that are also creating fucking swells from pontoon boats that are just recklessly driving around to the point where you're going to fucking drown in the middle of it if you kayak. I had to build my own raft, man. And that's what you have to do. Ask any successful person, man, if they're not the 0.5% that maybe did get an inheritance, they built their own raft. No one was coming for them. Every dollar they made was up to them, and they knew, which was arguably their most powerful fucking weapon. The cavalry isn't coming. It is all up to you. Now fight.